Ever wonder the difference in taste between Coca-Cola and Pepsi? Hint, it isn't cocaine. Welcome back to I.O. guys, I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie. Here's the cola news you never thought you needed to know. Now we've all had Coke and Pepsi, and most of us have preferences. Personally, I see Pepsi as a day drink while Coke is a night drink. Some people love one but refuse to drink the other. When describing the taste, it's often hard to put the difference between them into words. But in his book Blink, Malcolm Gladwell explains the difference between the flavors and the areas where the two pops shine. If you're not Canadian, pop is the Canadian term for soda or soft drink. The more you know. Gladwell explains that Coke has a more raisiny, vanilla taste, while Pepsi is sweet with a short, citrusy burst of flavor. This is, according to him, why Pepsi generally wins taste competitions, because the short, sweet burst of flavor Pepsi has is better for one sip than the vanilla flavor Coke has. When drinking a whole can, however, Coke is generally preferable, since its flavors don't go away as quickly as in Pepsi. This is something that I never would have put into words, but holy crap, this explains it perfectly. Pepsi is better for a sip, but I'd definitely rather have a whole can of Coke than Pepsi. Plus, using vanilla to describe Coke makes tons of sense because it explains why vanilla Coke is just way better than vanilla Pepsi. And since Coke already has a vanilla-ish flavor, the added vanilla works pretty well. In terms of healthiness, they're both pretty much in the awful for you category that most pops fall into. Pepsi has slightly more sugar, calories, and caffeine, and Coke has slightly more sodium, but the difference isn't really big enough to change your choice of drink. So just go with whatever tastes better to you. I'm actually kind of surprised at how excited I am about this story, but it's something I've thought about pretty often, and Gladwell describes the drinks perfectly. Now I want vanilla Coke. You know, for science. What's your favorite kind of pop? Do these descriptions of Coke and Pepsi make sense to you? Let me know in the comments section, and feel free to hit me up on Twitter at Ron_Mackenzie_. Now, comments. Beef Jerky says, when I tried to impress my crush, I panicked and said I can make apple juice come out my nose. And I did, but close to the end it turned into a nosebleed. Yeah, it's not so smooth. But, you know, sometimes a bit of embarrassment is worth it if you get a funny story out of it. Muhammad says, Dear Inform Overload, his voice annoys me. He sound like the Meg of YouTube. Love Mo.
Dear Mo, I'm sorry that you find my voice annoying. To remedy this, I will perform all future videos using this much less annoying voice. I hope it is to your satisfaction. Love, Ron.
That's it for today. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, later taters.